Hello everyone and welcome to another live session with Master. Joining me today is our guest Sean Stegman, who is the CEO of Cash Crusaders. So hello and welcome.
Hello.
Sean. And I just want to welcome everyone who's watching this. Just please hit the like and share button and share this with anyone who you feel may be interested in franchise opportunities or want to learn about franchising, or perhaps maybe they're interested in a Cash Crusaders business opportunity. So hit the share and like button and share this with anyone you think would be interested. So just to give you a bit of background, Sean has been leading the Cash Crusaders franchising business since 2006, before which he was the managing director for iTouch and project manager in the telecommunications industry. Through his years of experience, Sean has focused his leadership approach on aligning the objectives of businesses he has run to the people and customers and businesses he services. Sean develops and mentors his team who are passionate about the business and its results, and Sean is committed to growing a strategic and purpose-driven business defined by a clear vision. Cash Crusaders first opens its doors in January 1996 in Transvaal, Cape Town. Today, it hosts over 225 stores located all over Southern Africa, from Cape Town to Botswana to Lesotho and Namibia. Cash Crusaders retails a range of directly imported new goods that includes electronic goods, sporting equipment, musical instruments, do-it-yourself tools, and household appliances. So grab a cup of coffee, and in a moment we'll be chatting with Sean Stegman. So hello there and welcome. Reminder, please to hit the like and share button. Share this with anyone who feels would be interested in franchise opportunities. It's how the algorithm works. The more you hit the like and share, the more you can get the message out there. So thank you and welcome back to Sean Stegman, who is the CEO of Cash Crusaders. Just something. I see in one of your latest articles that Cash Crusaders seen substantial growth since emerging from lockdown. Can you give us some information behind it?
Yeah, look, there's been some good months, and then there's been some months where it hasn't been as strong. We saw when we came back from lockdown in June, our new good sales were 50% up. July, they were 50% up in new good sales. Secondhand, we struggled to get back to the secondhand business, and we think there's reasons for that. And on the whole, we've treaded water. We've been above where we would like to have been, but certainly it's been a tough 6 months.
But at least you're still around, which is still a blessing, because I think a lot of businesses have really struggled during this time or had really difficult times. So yeah, the fact that you're still around and here is good.
Yeah, we've done. I would say that if you were able to trade through this last 6 months and you still were coming out the other side, then I think the signs are good. Black Friday wasn't the Black Friday South Africa would like to have had. We're a retailer as well of new goods, and a substantial part of a business, 50% of it's new goods. So when you didn't have the Black Friday we were expecting to have, we were a bit taken aback. But on the whole, our Black Friday sales were 1% less than last year's Black Friday sales. So that it's comparable to last year, which I think is positive. If you can at least be staying with comparative last year's figures, you're doing all right. And this December, it's looking a little bit more positive. We're seeing looking like about 7% growth, 7 to 8.
Tell us something. Tell us more about your 3 profit center model. What does that mean?
So Cash Crusaders trades in second-hand goods. We have our own private label new goods offering, which is the second profit center, and then we have a secured lending business, which is the third profit center. And they work symbiotic with each other. If you have products that you want to sell, you would come into our buy shop, you would sell them. If you didn't want to part with your item and you needed a stopgap loan for lifestyle emergencies, you can do a loan against that product. Or you could just be looking for something that's new, and you would browse our wide range of new goods on our retail floor.
And what other trends have you noticed at Cash Crusaders that have led to growth, especially in this climate?
New goods have performed particularly well. We are seeing a trend where consumers are buying down, that the premium branded labels are not as in demand as they would have been. Someone wants to buy a TV today, they'll buy a Dixon TV. They're quite happy with the Dixon TV. We're seeing people buying down our branded items, like a lot of fridges, home appliances like microwave ovens. There's hardware that people have been looking at as well. I think putting up your home has become quite a thing. And, we sell a wide range of tools, power tools, DIY tools. So, yeah, those have been the trends that we've seen. New goods have performed really well. Secondhand, not so well, but coming along, and I think it's also because people, after lockdown, when the tours was available, you saw more people had disposable income and maybe didn't want to take loans from anyone else. They had money.
Okay. And what else has Cash Crusaders done differently, which is attributed to growth? So what are your plans now? What are your plans in the future?
So we've looked at online very clearly. That's a differentiator for us, and we think that's going to be the future. It's a very small part of our business today, but clearly it's growing. We have an e-commerce platform where you can buy all of our new goods and our second-hand goods through a click-and-collect facility at the moment. We're going to take that to full e-commerce delivery in the new year. And what we've also done is been able to buy product from people using WhatsApp video, where the customer from the comfort of their home can say to you, look, I've got this item that I want to sell. Can we do a deal that I kind of am happy with the price, and that you've seen the product in a virtual world, and then either we come and collect it from the customer, or he can just drop it off at our store. But in principle, the deal is done already. We know what the price is, we know what the condition of the item looks like, and it's purely about just transacting to get the item into our store and get the cash into the customer's pocket.
That's interesting. So are you actually doing like a WhatsApp video, and then the person shows you the item?
That's right. Yeah, we think it's COVID. Yeah, in a COVID world, I think you've got to reinvent yourself. People don't necessarily want to go out that much. And I think WhatsApp video is a way to do it. We kind of have seen that I think since Zoom and Teams took off, people become much more comfortable with this kind of medium, and we're doing this on a similar platform ourselves. So all you're doing is you're just showing the customer the customer showing you the product. You're just looking around at it. You want to assess proper conditions so you can take a 360 view of it and negotiate a fair price for the customer.
I like that, because recently I've even seen where now people are buying, especially in the auction houses or property, actually not even going to physically view a property. They're actually shopping it on a virtually, and then deciding to buy that way. I'm not sure I'd feel buying a property that way necessarily, but definitely items online. I like that. And anything, so tell us a little bit about the franchise opportunity. Who's best suited for a Cash Crusaders franchise?
We don't have a particular person, it's like we don't profile per se. Anyone that wants to get into their own business, our model and our training is pretty comprehensive. So we believe we can make anyone into a franchisee, provided they, have the desire to be in retail. I mean, that's firstly what you've got to want to be in, is you've got to want to be in retail. You've got to want to be your own boss, and you've got to want to work your own business personally. That's our model. Our model is an operated model. It works because the owner is invested in the business. He puts his sweat into it as well as his capital, and then through the three profit center model makes a success of it.
And what does the training look like? How does that work? How long is it? Is it done in head office? Is it done in store? What training is it?
We have both. We actually have 3 ways the training's done, 8 weeks. There is also head office training that we do. And then we have a learner management system, which is a blended learning. So we combine e-learning with classroom learning so that you can speed up learning processes. You can do things in the comfort of behind your computer. So the learner management system is quite a key component of our training. The training is fully comprehensive. You will know everything about the business by the time you give in your keys and open your doors.
And how long is that process? Is it 1 month, 2 months, or is it based on how long you take?
8 weeks. It's an 8-week training process. So it's a full 8 weeks. There's no breaks in between, and we kind of know that within 8 weeks we would have taught you the entire system.
Okay.
There's also hand-holding once the franchisee is in his store. There's additional hand-holding that will happen. We have a large operations team, and my operations team in the first 2 weeks solid in the store of franchisee, and then they spend the next 2 weeks alternating 1 day on, 1 day off. So for the first month, you've got a lot of operational support, and then for the next 2 months, the operations team is in that store, 3 days of the week, because we want to make sure that the franchisee beds the concept in. And the only way you do that, once the training's been done, is by walking shoulder to shoulder with him in his store, making sure that all of the learnings are in place.
Okay. And any last thoughts or anything you want to share with the audience before we close and wrap this up?
Look, I think we heard the president talk last night, and we take COVID very seriously. I think people have an awareness that this could really damage the economy. We didn't, play it safe over the festive season, and we've been impressing upon our franchisees and our staff to practice good community awareness, not just at the workplace, but also proper hygiene in the home front. And let's hope that we break this curve, and that we come back into a year whenever all of us can trade 100%.
And being a FASA member, what has that meant for you, or how does that work, being a FASA member?
It gives great credibility. FASA is a that's a standard bearer for someone wanting to enter a franchise. It's where you're going to get your confidence levels from, whether this is for you. And FASA has been there for the franchise body, and we're glad that we're part of the FASA membership.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much. And just a reminder to everybody, if you're watching this, please share it. Share it with anybody who's interested in the franchise opportunity. Maybe you'd like to know more about Cash Crusaders. You can find out more about them. We've popped a comment, we've popped a link in the comments so that you can click on the link and you can send a message to any of his team if you are interested in a franchise opportunity. So that's all we have time for today, and we're going to wrap it up. And just to remind you in closing that FASA is a non-profit organization that protects, lobbies and promotes and develops ethical franchising across all sectors throughout in South Africa. And FASA offers membership.
Can I just say one other thing? Can I just say one other thing about our franchise concept, which is something that's unique with us, is that we don't take royalties for the first 12 months from the franchisee, and we only take 50% of we don't take any royalties or marketing for the first 12 months of the franchisee, and we only take 50% royalties and marketing in the next 12 months. And we also give the franchisee 300,000 interest-free loan for store assistance to help the franchisee come along. So a typical store which cost about 3.3 million rand to build out, the franchisee would need to have 1.5 million rand of his own. He would get bank financing for the other 1.5 million, and the 300,000 store assistance will bolster that up. So we offer quite a compelling offering for a franchisee wanting to come in.
That's good. That's really nice, because I think a lot of people struggle with the the major getting the funding, or they feel overwhelmed with the initial outlay. So yeah, that's a good nice offer. And thank you for sharing that.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, thank you to everybody for watching. And in closing, FASA is a non-profit organization that protects, lobbies, and promotes and develops ethical franchising across all sectors of South Africa, with the specific focus on transformation. Franchise membership is open to franchisors and franchisees who are interested in ethical businesses and following combat. If you want to get hold of FASA, you can find them at www.fasa.co.za. And should you want to get hold of Cash Crusaders, get in contact with them, find out what opportunities they have available for you by clicking on the link that we've posted in the comment box below. So whatever it is you're doing, have a super week going forward and have a good festive season, whatever that may is and whatever it is. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you. Thank you, Sean.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.